Yes. Good morning, all. Our new chapter is stoichiometry. Okay. Here, generally, any person who listens or talks something about chemistry, in their mind, the very first question is what elements. Okay. Any person who is discussing or if they are talking about chemistry or any normal person also, when they discuss about chemistry, they just think what chemistry is involving. Chemistry is involving equations, reactions. Okay, equations, reactions. Yes, I know these some chapters are deleted because already I'm taking this topic from other section also. Okay, you did not worry. I will teach you whatever you want. You please listen the class. So everyone knows that stoichiometry deals with the equations. So everyone should know first of all what is equation. What is a equation? What is equation? Okay, so this topic deals with what mainly balancing chemical equations, and a chemical equation can be balanced according to number of atoms, number of atoms, and everyone knows atoms means these are the simplest particle of elements or any matter which is undergoing chemical change. So you can balance a chemical reaction by using number of atoms, or you can say this ions, or by chemical equivalence, or by charge, or by charge. The charge itself is called as oxidation state. So here, and we all know that there are so many laws like law of conservation of energy. In the same way, law of conservation of mass is there. And we all know that according to Einstein scientist, what is that? What is that? We have learned that whenever any nuclear reaction takes place, okay, undergoes or takes place, then during the nuclear reaction, we write a chemical equation. We write a chemical equation. So say a radioactive substance A is there, and which is going to change as B. It is going to change as B. So according to Einstein's mass energy equivalence or law of conservation of mass, the total mass of the one which is going to react, it is known as generally reactant. Okay, the total mass of a reactant should be converted into the water mass of a product. But in some cases, the mass of product is lesser than the mass of a reactant. In such cases, what happens? The difference, whatever difference in the mass of product to the reactant is there. As I told, the mass of reactant should be same as mass of a product. But in few reactions, like nuclear reactions, the mass of product is lesser than mass of a reactant. In such cases, the whatever is mass less, that mass is given as change in mass. It is called as mass defect. And this, the mass is what? Nothing but emitted as energy, radiations. And we all know that any reaction which involves the emission of radiation or electromagnetic radiations energy is called nuclear reactions, radioactive reactions. Okay, so whatever here the mass defect is there, this according to mass defect according to Einstein's equation is equal to energy which is energy liberated or released, and such reactions called as nuclear fission reactions. And you all know that uranium 232 undergoes radioactive disintegration to produce to 200 million volt of energy, and it is bombarded with neutrons. Okay, so which is given by energy mass equivalence, that is E is equals to delta mc square. Delta mc square. So, listen, here in stoichiometry, what we learn? We learn about the chemical equations, how to balance the chemical reactions or chemical equations. And a chemical reaction is balanced based on mass of atom or number of atoms or ions or by charge or by chemical equivalence. Means in this chapter, you not only learn the balancing equation, you learn the mass of substance also. So therefore, this chapter deals with the first is what? Equation. Balancing equations. The second is atomic mass. Everyone should know what is atomic mass and the difference between atomic mass and atomic weight. Okay, atomic weight. And next, one more thing is, you all know that all atoms could not exist stably. Only the atoms of inert gases can exist stably because of the stable electronic configuration. Of course, neon to radon, they have a octet configuration, they are stable. But are helium also stable in atomic state? Single atomic state due to its completely filled first orbit. According to principal quantum number, it should have 2n square electrons in any given orbit. So for helium, in first orbit, 2 electrons are enough. So because of duplet electronic configuration, helium is stable. So everyone knows that all atoms are not existing stably. So the atoms combine with each other. Okay, when the atoms of different element combine with each other, we all know that they may undergo two types of bond formation. What are the two types of bond formations, bacha? Tell me. Someone is asking me page number 3, volume 1, part B, very first chapter. Okay, D. Mahesh Babu. Okay, beta. So here, yes, I will explain you everything. It is just introduction. So here, atoms. We all know that all atoms do not exist independently in unbound state. Okay. So when atoms combine with each other, different types or same type, you all know that when atoms of same type combine, then what is the bond formed? Generally, covalent bond is formed. If it is metal-metal, metallic bond, and here, and when atoms are combining, a compound is formed based on the nature of the two elements which are combining. Two types of bonds are can be formed. Yes, very good. You all giving right answer. Ionic and covalent bond. Very good. Keep it up. Okay. Then ionic bond means cation and anion. And during the ionic bond formation, you know that cation and anion is formed. And you all know that cation means positive ion, anion means negative ion. And you all know that atom is neutral. Atom is neutral. Why atom is neutral? Why atom is neutral? Because all the protons which are positive particles of atom are present in nucleus, which are each proton is about 10,000 times heavier than one electron and having same charge. So all the protons are present in nucleus, which is positive charge, and equal number of electrons equal to proton with same negative charge revolve around the nucleus, out of the nucleus, in which called orbits. Okay, so the negative particles and positive particles of the atom are equal number, which itself is called atomic number. So everyone knows, every bacha knows that atom is neutral. And you all know that the chemical reactions, the chemical behavior of elements is due to the number of electrons. Only the electrons participate in a bond formation, chemical reactions. So here, the two things can happen in a bond formation. Ionic bond formation, covalent. Ionic means formation of ions. Then covalent means sharing of electrons. This thing I'm talking since periodic table chemical bonding. So an atom changes to positive ion, an atom changes to negative ion, neutral to positive cation formation by loss of electron. By loss of electron, protons will be what? Becoming more. Electrons will be less. The water protons are more appear as positive charge. And this is what by loss of electron called oxidation. Someone asked me there in chat box, what is oxidation, madam? Okay. Now you are grown up. You don't think the oxidation number is just like addition of oxygen, loss of hydrogen. That is elementary. Now you have to learn according to stoichiometry, higher level. That is loss of electron is oxidation. Okay. When electron loss takes place, the charge of the atom increases. Okay. 0 to plus 2, plus 2. Okay. Then plus 1 to plus 2, plus 2 to plus 3. In the same way, minus 1 to plus 1, minus 1 to 0, minus 1 to plus 3, or etc. When the charge is increasing, oxidation state is increasing, is called oxidation. Then reverse is reduction, gain of electron. When a neutral atom gains electron, gets negative charge, because by gain of electron, what happens? Number of electrons compared to proton increases. Compared to proton, number of electrons increases, and that will gain electron will appear as a charge. What charge? Negative charge. So gain of electron is giving negative ion. So by gaining of negative particle, what happens? What happens? Negative charge increases. So means simply remember, the charge means oxidation state. The charge means oxidation state. By loss of electron, positive charge increases. By gain of electron, negative charge increases. Loss of electron, oxidation. Gain of electron, reduction. అరే ఇంతకీ ఈ ఆటమ్స్ ఎందుకు ఎలక్ట్రాన్ లాస్ అవుతుంది, ఎలక్ట్రాన్ గెయిన్ అవుతుంది? ఓన్లీ వన్ థింగ్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? లైక్ యూ అండ్ మీ, నీలాగా నాలాగా అవి కూడా ఆలోచిస్తున్నాయి ఏందనేసి, నేను హ్యాపీగా ఉండాలి, నేను స్టేబుల్ గా ఉండాలి. అవునా? దట్ ఈస్ స్టెబిలిటీ. సో ఎలిమెంట్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ అదర్ దాన్ జీరో గ్రూప్, they try to get stability by attaining octet configuration. In this sequence, if they are metal, lose electron and act as reducing agents, and if they are non-metals, gain electron and act as oxidizing agent. So in previous class, you learned how ionic bond is formed between metal and non-metal. From metal to non-metal, electron transfer takes place. Metal form cation, non-metal form anion, and the force of attraction between the two oppositely charged ions is called as ionic bond. Okay, so cation is formed, which should be what? Stable, because of inert gas configuration. At the same time, anion, which is formed, is by gain of electron, should be stable because of inert gas configuration. So here the E, which is the one which is having stability, anything which is having stability, it may be an atom like inert gases, or it may be an ion, cation or anion, which is having octet stability. Octet stability, sometimes we have seen that some ions don't have a octet configuration, inert gas configuration, but still they are up to some extent, కొద్దిసేపటి వరకు అవి స్టేబుల్ గా ఉంటాయి. చెప్పండి అమ్మా, వాట్ ఈస్ దాట్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్? చెప్పాలి. ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ యూ హింట్. Zn+2, Cu+1, Ag+, palladium atom also. ఓకే, గుర్తొచ్చింది ఎవరికైనా? Not BeCl2, not BeCl2. I'm talking about only ions. These ions, Zn+2, Cu+1, Ag+1. Okay, Ag+1. What it is? Palladium atom. Okay, they are stable. They don't have inert gas configuration, octet configuration. ఎవరిది? కార్తికేయ. కార్తికేయకి బాగా తెలివి ఎక్కువైపోయింది. కాపర్ అటామిక్ నంబర్ 29, Cu+1 అంటే ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పోయింది. 29 minus 1, 28 ఎలక్ట్రాన్. 28 ఎలక్ట్రాన్ అంటే డూప్లెట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ వస్తుందా బంగారం? చెప్ప. అవునా? pseudo inert gas configuration. చదువుకున్నామా? అమ్మయ్య శ్రీకర్ చెప్పారు pseudo inert gas configuration. So inert gas configuration stable, pseudo inert gas stable కానీ octet configuration కంటే stable. అంటే ఏదో రకంగా elements which are not having in their outermost shell octet configuration, they're trying to get a stability by losing electron, by gaining electron. In that you may have what? Inert gas configuration, pseudo inert gas configuration. ఎందుకు? నేను స్టేబుల్ గా ఉండాలి అని అవి కూడా కోరుకుంటున్నాయి. నాలాగా నీలాగా నేను ట్రిపుల్ బెడ్రూమ్ ఫ్లాట్ లో ఉండాలి, ట్రిపుల్ బెడ్రూమ్ విల్లాలో ఉండాలి, కుదిరితే 4 బెడ్రూమ్ విల్లాలో ఉండాలి, హ్యాపీగా ఉండాలి, ఓకేనా, 60 years 50 years వరకు సంపాదిస్తాను, తర్వాత కూర్చొని తింటాను అని ఎలా అనుకుంటాయో అవి కూడా ఏం చేస్తారంటే టు బికమ్ స్టేబుల్ they try to gain electron, lose electron. Okay, so remember any ionic species also or all the inert gases also called as molecule. చెప్తుంది వింటున్నారా? All the ions which have stable octet configuration or up to certain extent they are stable. Any stable existing species called as a molecule, and all the inert gas. And if I ask you what is molecule, everybody will tell me what? Group of atoms. Not always group of atoms. Okay, not only group of atoms is molecule. Anything which is having stability is called a molecule. Is called a molecule which exists in stably up to certain extent. We know that all the molecules, all the substances have do not have same energy. Yes or not? Okay, all the substances will have same energy, and on the energy only stability depends. Energy less, stability more. So different substances have a different quantity of energy, different energies, but up to certain extent they can exist. So here listen, here atom is there, which is the simplest particle of element or matter which takes place in participate in a chemical reaction. Okay, and its mass and atomic weight. Now onwards you will clearly understand what is the difference between mass and weight. In the same time, the atoms other than zero group, they have tendency to get stability by losing electron, gaining electron, that is ionic bond formation. If they have same type, covalent bond formation. So they form what? A molecule. They form a molecule. So just like I told, a molecule can be a stable atom, that is inert gas, which can be an inert gas. Okay, which can be an inert gas or any ion and group of atoms. Okay, so molecule, and everyone knows that a molecule will have certain formula. The formula of that molecule is called molecular formula. So in this chapter you not only learn about the balancing chemical reactions or equations, atomic mass, atomic weight, you also learn how to determine the molecular formula of a substance. And once you got molecular formula, you are trying to calculate its molecular weight. Okay, in the same way molecular weight and molecular mass. So like atomic mass and atomic weight, there are two types of masses exhibited by a molecule. That is, one is molecular mass, other one is molecular weight. Okay, molecular weight, or you can say it is gram molecular weight, gram atomic weight. Okay, so this chapter deals with balancing equation, atomic mass, molecular masses. So to balance the equation by atoms or by mass, by charge. So this study is called stoichiometry. So simply the stoichiometry means it is balancing. Something is balancing. So remember here this stoichiometry name coming from a Greek word stoichion. Okay, if I write here stoichion means elements. Stoichion means elements, And the metri is coming from the word metron. Metron means measurement. So నేను రాత్రి మీకు నోట్స్ పంపించాను కాబట్టి అందరూ ముందు పెట్టుకొని కూర్చున్నారు. వెరీ గుడ్. ఓకే, చక్కగా చూస్తూ నేర్చుకోవాలి. మెజర్మెంట్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ చాప్టర్ డీల్స్ విత్ ది వాట్? మెజర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. మెజర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. ఓకే, సో you can balance the equation reaction by mass, by atoms, by charge, by equivalent weight, etc. that you are going to learn. Very very interesting. Then you can ask me now, నన్ను ఒక మాట అడగొచ్చు, ఇంతకి ఎందుకు మేడం చాప్టర్ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ అని చెప్పారు అండ్ స్టాయికియోమెట్రీ వస్తేనే న్యూమరికల్స్ చేయొచ్చు అని చెప్తున్నారు, ఇంతకి ఏం అవసరం మేడం? అవసరం ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, దేశంలో దేశం కాదు ప్రపంచంలో కరోనా వచ్చింది, అవునా? కరోనా చిన్న కంటికి కనిపించని అండ్ వెరీ వెరీ మైక్రోస్కోపిక్ పార్టికల్, మైక్రోస్కోప్ కింద పెడితేనే కరోనా వైరస్ కనిపిస్తుంది. అలాంటి కనిపించని ఒక చిన్న వైరస్ తో వచ్చే డిసీజ్ ని భయపడి అందరూ మూసుకొని ఇంట్లో ఉంటున్నాం, అవునా లేదా? మరి దానికి మందు కావాలి కదా. మందు ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది? మందు వ్యాక్సిన్ ఫార్మాస్యూటికల్ కంపెనీలో వస్తుంది. ఎవరు తయారు చేస్తారు? నీలాంటి డాక్టర్స్ లేదా కెమిస్ట్రీ నేర్చుకున్న వాళ్ళు, డ్రగ్స్ నేర్చుకున్న వాళ్ళు తయారు చేస్తారు. అయితే పేషెంట్ బాడీని బట్టి ఎంత మంది ఇవ్వాలి, అవునా కదా? ఓవర్ డోస్ అయిపోతే ఏమవుతుంది? పోతాడు. ఓకేనా? పోతాడు, తిరిగి రాని రోగానికి పోతాడు. సో బాడీకి తగ్గ మాస్ కి ఏంది మెడిసిన్ మాస్ ఇవ్వాలి అంటే మెజర్మెంట్ చేయాల్సిందే కదా, అవునా కాదా? ఇది ఎవరికైనా తెలుసు. అండ్ ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలి కదా మందులు ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? దానికి కొన్ని రా మెటీరియల్స్ తీసుకోవాలి, తర్వాత నీకు ఒక ప్రోడక్ట్ మెడిసిన్ వస్తుంది. సో to get certain amount of drug or medicine, you require certain fixed amount of raw chemical substances. So means when you do a chemical reaction, అంటే మనం ఒక కెమికల్ రియాక్షన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఏం రాస్తాము? ఆ రియాక్షన్ కి సంబంధించిన, ఓకే, according to or regarding that equation, you write a chemical equation. You are going to write a chemical equation. Okay, means here the one which is going to react is called a reactant. When this reactant reacts means undergoes change. Okay, this reactant is undergoing certain sacrifice. So when this sacrificing something means, you all know that reaction means breaking of bonds, formation of new bonds. So this reactant has to tolerate certain what? Breaking and formation, and ultimately after this change it will give you a product. Okay, give you a product. So here this is what? A chemical reaction. And for a particular reaction you write a chemical equation. You are going to write a chemical equation. For example, see here all of you, when hydrogen gas is burnt in air, okay, hydrogen ni గాల్లో మండిస్తే, ఓకేనే, కాల్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? బూడిదవ్వదు, వాటర్ వస్తుంది. ఏమవుతుంది? వాటర్ వస్తుంది. You get water. Okay, now tell me bacha, is it balanced equation? No. Is it balanced equation? No. It has to be balanced. దీన్ని నువ్వు బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయాలి. ఏదైతే బ్యాలెన్స్ చేస్తున్నావో స్టాయికియోమెట్రీ చేస్తున్నట్టు, బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ ఈక్వేషన్స్. అయితే అవునా? అయితే ఇప్పుడు ఎలా బ్యాలెన్స్ చేస్తావు? నువ్వు బోర్డు మీద రాస్తున్నావు కాబట్టి, అవునా కదా? బోర్డు మీద రాస్తున్నావు కాబట్టి, పేపర్ మీద రాస్తున్నావు కాబట్టి నీకు హైడ్రోజన్ యాడ్ చేసే అవసరం లేదు, ఆక్సిజన్ యాడ్ చేసే అవసరం లేదు. అదే ల్యాబ్ లో చేసావనుకో, ఏంది ఆ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేసే వెజల్ లో, కంటైనర్ లో హైడ్రోజన్ గ్యాస్ ఎక్కువ కావాలి, యాడ్ హైడ్రోజన్ గ్యాస్ అని యాడ్ చేస్తాం, అంతేనా? ఆక్సిజన్ గ్యాస్ ఎక్కువ ఉంది, హైడ్రోజన్ గ్యాస్ తక్కువ ఉంది, హైడ్రోజన్ గ్యాస్ యాడ్ చేద్దాం, అవునా? అంటే ఏంది? బై మాస్ యూ యాడ్ సమ్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ which is done in laboratory or industries. But for the industrial chemical reaction you have to write a chemical equation, and on the paper you have to represent a reaction, and that representation of a chemical reaction is called chemical equation. Okay, so what is chemical equation? Representation of a chemical reaction. Okay, now chemical reaction is called chemical equation. And when you write chemical equation, it should be balanced. So here H2, how many atoms here? 2 atoms. O2 contain how many atoms? 2 atoms. But in product, how many atoms are there? 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Is it balanced? No. Imbalanced. Not balanced. Imbalance means not following stoichiometry. Means called non-stoichiometric equation. Non-stoichiometric equation. If you balance, called as balanced equation, stoichiometric equation. And that you learn here how to balance. In simple way. Stoichiometry తెలియని వాళ్ళు కూడా చేస్తారంటే ఏముంది ఇక్కడ ఒకటే ఆప్షన్ కావాలి కాబట్టి దీన్ని సగం తీసుకుందాం. యు టేక్ హాఫ్ సరిపోతుంది. Or the same equation can be written as, what is that? The same equation can be written as H2 plus O2 give rise to H2O. This time I can take 2H2. Is that clear? The same equation can be balanced in two ways. Two ways. Okay, but ratio is same. 2 moles of H2, here 1 mole. 2 become 1. 1 mole of O2 become half, just half. Then here 2 moles of H2 become 1 mole. 2 is to 1 is to 2. 1 is to half is to 1. So here for a chemical reaction, you are writing a symbolical representation on the paper, which is called as chemical equation. And by adding certain numbers, here 2, here half, you are added some numbers to balance a chemical equation. Okay, and to get a stoichiometric equation. These numbers called as stoichiometric coefficients. Stoichiometric coefficients. So this chapter deals with what? Balancing chemical equation, because in industries, food industry, medical industry, or pharma industry, or cosmetics, okay, cosmetics and beauty products, ఏదైనా సరే, whatever industries are there, they need some quantities. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇంట్లో నలుగురు ఉన్నారు, నలుగురికి ఎంత 1 kg రైస్ పెడితే సరిపోతుంది. సపోజ్ 2 kg పెట్టారనుకోండి, ఏంది పొద్దున్న సాయంత్రం వరకు అదే చలనం తినాలి. తింటారు ఎవరన్నా? తినరు. ఓకేనా? 1 kg పెడితే ఏంటంటే ఒక పూటకి కడుపు నిండా తినేస్తారు, హ్యాపీగా ఉంది. అంటే ఒక మెజర్మెంట్ కావాలి. ఆ మెజర్మెంట్ ప్రతి కెమికల్ రియాక్షన్ కావాలి. అది చెప్పేదే స్టాయికియోమెట్రీ. వింటున్నారమ్మా? That chapter is called as a stoichiometry. Is that clear? So here a chemical reaction means what? A chemical reaction means what? Change. Okay, change of an element, an atom, or a chemical substance from one form to another form, which involves breaking of old bonds, formation of new bonds. And the symbolically, by using symbols, that is called formula. Symbolically, you represent the molecules or atoms or elements present in a reaction. Okay, by using arrow mark. This arrow indicates direction. Okay, this arrow tail indicates the one which is going to change. Change means which is going to react. The head of this arrow indicates the resultant product. Okay, result of that reaction. So a reaction is represented by using formula and arrow. The arrow direction indicates in what direction the reaction is taking place. So this symbolic representation of a chemical reaction on the board for me, on the paper for you, is called chemical equation. Then while writing equation, how you balance? By adding atoms, by adding ions, by adding electrons, by adding equivalents, or what it is molecules. This all deals with what? Deals in stoichiometry. Understand? It is called stoichiometry because we need a calculation, measurement, quantities for the reaction. Okay, so here one thing, it is now becoming balanced equation. Now in this balanced equation, what I have used, నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం యూజ్ చేశాను? Since I'm not doing any chemical reaction, నేను 2 టెస్ట్ ట్యూబులు తీసుకొని H2 గ్యాస్ అండ్ O2 గ్యాస్ మిక్స్ చేయట్లా. ఓకే, If I do chemical reaction, I may add H2 gas and O2 gas, but I'm not doing. I'm just explaining. Okay. So therefore I'm writing on board. So I need not to add H2. I need not to add O2. For balancing, I'm using numbers. I have used 2, 2, 1, half. I have used these numbers. And you all know that numbers are constants. 1 ante 1, 2 ante 2, 3 ని 2 అని చెప్తారు ఎవరైనా? చెప్పారు. సంథింగ్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటేనే చెప్తారు. సో దిస్ 1 to 9 డిజిట్స్. పిల్లలు ఇక్కడ వినండి. 1 to 9 డిజిట్స్. వీటికి ఒక వాల్యూ ఉంది. 1 అంటే 1, 2 అంటే 2, 9 అంటే 9. సో యూ యూజ్ సమ్ కాన్స్టెంట్స్, న్యూమరికల్ కాన్స్టెంట్స్, which are also called as coefficients. These, by adding these constant values, you are going to balance a chemical equation, and the reaction, the equation will become stoichiometric or balanced equation. Therefore, the numbers which are used to balance equation is called stoichiometric coefficients, stoichiometric constants. And you all know that in states of matter, we discussed any one molecule is equal to 1 mole. Any one molecule equal to 1 mole. So this stoichiometric coefficients ratio itself is nothing but called as molar ratio. It's called as a molar ratio. Now see this equation, above equation, final equation chudandi. How many H2 moles are there? How many H2 molecules are here in this equation? 2 molecules, means 2 moles. How many O2 molecules? 1 molecule, means 1 mole. Then how many molecules of water is formed? 2 molecules, means 2 moles. So here the 2, 1, 2 numbers, stoichiometric coefficients, stoichiometric constants, and every 1 mole is moles. Okay, 1 molecule is mole. So the ratio of reactant product is called stoichiometric ratio or molar ratio. And based on this molar ratio in stoichiometry, we are going to do some numericals problems also, which are called stoichiometric calculations. And tomorrow we'll start scientific notation. And దానికి నేను నోట్స్ పంపించాను, అదొకసారి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. దాంట్లో కెమిస్ట్రీ ఫిజిక్స్ ఏముండదు, వింటున్నారా? దట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ జీరో. అందరికీ తెలుసు జీరోకి వాల్యూ ఉందా? జీరో విల్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ వాల్యూ? ఓకే, నార్మల్ పర్సన్ కూడా తెలుసు జీరో డజంట్ హ్యావ్ వాల్యూ, బట్ జీరో విల్ హ్యావ్ వాల్యూ when it is at right side of the non zero. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, 2 పక్కన 0 పెట్టాలి, 2 పక్కన 0 పెట్టాలి. 2 పక్కన 0 పెడితే అది 2 గా ఉండిపోవచ్చు, 20 గా ఉండిపోవచ్చు. అవునా కదా? అయితే 2 పక్కన 0 ఎక్కడ పెట్టాలి మనము? పేపర్ మీద రాసి చూసుకోండి. పేపర్ మీద రాసి చూడండి. 2 పక్కన లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ 0 పెడితే 0, 2నే ఉంది. అదే 2 పక్కన రైట్ సైడ్ పెట్టారనుకోండి 20 అయిపోయింది. అవునా కాదా? సో ఇన్ వాట్ కండిషన్స్ 0 విల్ గెట్ వాల్యూ, significance, that we are going to discuss tomorrow. And some scientific notations, అంటే క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేస్తుంటే ఒక్కొక్కసారి మేడం చెప్తారు ఇంతవరకు చేసే అవసరం లేదు, కట్ ఆఫ్ చేయి, డెసిమల్ వరకు చూసుకో అని చెప్తున్నాను. షార్ట్ కట్స్ అవన్నీ ఇక్కడ వస్తాయి. సో వీఆర్ టుమారో గోయింగ్ టు డిస్కస్ సైంటిఫిక్ నోటేషన్స్. ఓకే, लगे रहो, पढ़ते रहो. Okay, all the best, have a good day. Bye ma.